How you doing, Mama?
Central WCF heavyweight matchup between Mike Waltz and Josh.
So is Segura going to do commentary or am I?
Until she comes back, I guess. Until our illustrious.
No, until she comes back, I'm just going to take this seat.
Our number one contender for next month.
Yes, winner of this match gets the pleasure of facing me next month.
Mike Waltz has chosen to go first on the left lane. First shot. Ooh, 6 count.
6. That is a Pride Dynasty.
What do you think about the matchup? They're not made. Still early in the match frame one.
I honestly think this will just come down to who can make spares. And in the grander picture, I don't think this match really matters because the belt will be mine next month.
He just walked it out.
Speed kills in this house, and both of these bowlers are a little speed dominant.
Exercise, snare making, and speed control.
I am matched.
You said you're
matched. Matched. 21.57. I am matched.
You opening spare for Josh?
What's the appear that Josh might have? It has rained the last yesterday.
I think Josh has that natural hop in his step. Josh looking to make Mike a little salty today.
Looking to make Mike a little salty. That's what I
He gets the second one again.
We got our first strike at him, man.
I know. That's what I said. I didn't think it did.
That shot right there was kind of what I was alluding to. That one didn't have quite as much ball speed as all the other shots. And it actually read the lanes and went through.
Definitely. That's going to be the important part, especially both of them. Much better shot from Mike.
As I watch them in practice, you can see their ball setting up, but it's not necessarily finishing. So speed is going to be real key to getting those corners out.
So if you were Mike, it's like you see that as fast as he goes, he still wraps 10 off. Ball up, or just try to slow down?
Honestly, I think the Pride Dynasty for him is just a little too rolling. I will go to something more angular, get on top of the pattern, and then slow my ball speed down.
In the interview, he did mention that he likes to throw the super GT option. Back to 13, frame 3. Open step for my Waltz. A little bit slower shot. Gets the 10 to drop, but very high form.
You see the difference in reaction with bringing the ball speed down just a tad and finally get it to actually go through the react down lane.
Spare made from Mike Waltz. Open pass that third spare. Closing frames is going to be important. He's not down by much, but still a little bit of a deficit. Back on 14, I see Josh can keep the pressure on Mike and another strike.
There is one slight advantage that Josh does have. That he isn't familiar here. Sometimes knowing Riverdale can be a curse.
6, 7, 10.
I know. You're talking about there. Your first game, just do it 19.
Even though they say all spares are making mistakes, It's tough.
And you took a step up.
No, I actually didn't. I just was
Moderately difficult.
I was afraid of that. That's why.
Just 2 out of it.
Gets the wood.
Spare start open for Josh White.
It's coming up. Okay,
About 9
What's coming up? I could go some weird shit.
I thought Roselle was still over our shoulder. I felt the presence behind me.
I like the shot on my
Right, but 13 probably.
He's got a
Like it off
chance.
his head. Needs to take it.
Foul line went off somewhere, but it sounded like it was down there.
Yeah, the open play ball.
Ah, okay.
So for 4 frames, you can see that there's a very clear difference between lanes 13 and 14.
Say that again.
Very clear difference between lanes 13 and 14. It's not much, but there's a very, very clear difference. Same miss.
Come on, guys. This is supposed to be a heavyweight match.
2 consecutive opens to start. Not to start. Still the start of this game.
Swings the momentum right back to Mike.
One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Let's go.
Right back.
As the gallery behind us announced that Mike indeed threw another 6 count. Fails the cover.
Both competitors opening in the 4. This is one of the reasons why Roselle is considered the house of pain.
4-pin match, and it is a grind so far.
Shot is highly important for both of our competitors. Struggling just a tad.
Ball change from Mike.
Second strike of the back.
And that was what I was saying.
Goddamn ball.
Slowed that one down a little bit, went to something cleaner.
So a little bit cleaner, a little more accurate. Right on top of the friction. That's 10 back.
At this point, just a matter of repeating it now.
One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So happy about me.
Alright, never get off the place. Alright, never get off the place. What you get?
No, I'm not
Not your I walked past. I didn't know you ordered food. I thought you just ordered it. I didn't know you ordered
Like I said, even when I'm feeling good, it was like, give me.
How much touch got?
Okay, so hold that. I'm glad I didn't throw it away.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Making an adjustment.
You like a personal black hair? I'm sorry.
With him, how long should I wait?
Just go down there and see.
Should I wait?
Just go down there and see.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Michael.
Segura.
Everything.
Make sure you keep your head right there. That is perfect. Make sure you keep your head right there. That is perfect right there.
Those
You talking about that one? I had fun on my fan is right here. My fan is right here. I'm not moving. And I got like the perfect foot balance right now. But I got
He did it.
foot balance
Here.
right now. But
I got requests, so your match is on Facebook now.
all right.
So we're not striking? Well, it is Ronaldo.
Yeah, he's about to go bowl match. He's about to go bowl match thing. I'm tired of him. Yeah, bro, he's
At least he knew it. Body language will tell you everything.
not particularly.
I'm going to say it's ball speed, it's going to be placement. We know that we're at Ronaldo, so it's a lot of playing front to back versus side to side. You can swing it, but don't mean it's coming back. And counting. But even if they go out the door, he's still down by 6.
Or what you're feeling is, couldn't possibly be it.
Hi, buddy. Yeah, on Facebook?
Take your time. Exactly. One hand, and you'd be all
Like, bro, ain't no way.
So, your mic, what are you doing to finish this match? Final look. Are you feeling confident that this match is over?
If I was my boss, I would think I'd have this. I'm the only one that's going to make a double.
And there's only 3 strikes total. And another bucket.
Another 6 count. My cover here is to have the better work of the two. The speed is going to go as we continue.
But what about the service though? I think speed is okay when used properly.
Yes, absolutely. Speed. Starts doing something a little more surface that can read the lanes. You probably can't use the speed to right now. So I'll make the ball switch to get on top of the friction and let it speed. Take control. Got to double out of it. But apparently that's not working. He's going to try it again though.
It looks like he's throwing it inside.
A little bit more inside, a little bit slower. Gets the tempo. So execution seems to be key for this ball team.
Yes. So what about Josh? What does he need?
Josh, honestly, I would switch to a different ball. This is his second ball of the match, but I would put something that's
Oh, he did change. There you go, he did change. It feels like he's still playing left to right, like in terms of being able to swing it out. I know that's his stature, he's taller, but definitely feels like it could be advantage, it could be disadvantage, not really sure.
You're absolutely right. He appears to want to see the left and right motion, but in this particular pair, it appears that what's going to succeed is making sure the ball is in front to back. That's what he's showing. As long as he can get it to pick up in the right spot, he should be okay.
I gotta make sure I'm seeing what I'm seeing.
And he's waiting for that bump that just does not exist in Rinaldi.
Once that bump, they're going to have to create two different styles, especially with like Waltz. That's why that's never going to happen.
So depending, but we know that this is the best of 7, so one game down doesn't mean anything. It's all about mentality. But it should be Mike 1-0. And we just know that Mike did throw a bucket. I mean, he did strike 2 frames ago on this play, but he did throw the last bucket on this play.
Josh gets 10 to fall here. Always make Mike really execute the shot.
Yes.
Isaiah, what up, man? Isaiah, what up, man?
And a ball, yes. Wow.
Ball a little into the pocket there. But I do like the ball. Moves a little bit right. Maybe slows the speed down just a little bit. Probably get that face out to where he wants. So he makes the adjustment 144 for Josh. Mark here was silly.
Yep.
My balls.
And it depends.
Thank you.
And we have the mark.
What we were just talking about, slowing the ball down, executing.
To be, according to the speedometer,
According to the speedometer.
it went up. It was 19.5 the last 2 shots. We were at 19.7. But yes, a way of slowing your approach down. So that the ball can read for sure.
Wait, what is this?
Despite this low scoring affair, Mike appears to be ever so comfortable, which is great.
Line say nugget, but damn. Line say nugget, but damn.
Nasty split, but this one it doesn't matter.
Correct. And so on this one, are you just chucking this ball, or are you looking to find another shot for next game?
I pick up the ball, see what I have. Definitely needs to take another opportunity on that extra shot, which he appears to be doing.
Another ball change.
Top row. A little
More motion back down lane.
So hopefully that doesn't blow things up. This takes the first A, 160 to 144.
Oh, 160 to 144. In a heavyweight match.
This is a heavyweight match.
Just makes you feel, are they bowling on a sport pattern? But we know that there's odds.
They're not bowling on a sport pattern, but again, this is Riverdale. Riverdale's hands down. It'll make you feel like it's a sport pattern.
We know we have bowlers who can agree.
So Josh is about to start the ball. He figured it out. Another ball change.
I think so. I think he probably put down the supernova because of the 710. That'll give you pause. It depends on how you make your adjustment. It could give you pause or you change pause. You change pause. More motion down lane. Wow. Barely, but it did. I thought it was about to stand up.
Yeah, I did too. This is Josh's second strike of the match. But what a way to start game 2. Sometimes all it takes is the right ball.
Yes, but to your point, also energy. So once I can change the energy and the flow of the game, you can put it back in your favor.
Get away with one of those and like it shoots your confidence through the roof. Ball change, silly thrill. He needs the
Wasn't the 6, but yeah, the speed was lower, but the rotation looks a lot different.
Mike doesn't appear to be fast. He appears confident. He likes what he's saying. He would love to see him make more adjustments. 245 made.
Which the other rolling balls weren't getting in that area the same way, so that it does look like it's an adjustment. It just looks like his rotation he has to continue. That was inside.
So he put down the throw. I feel like it was purpose. Not that he didn't like it. He might like it. That much different.
But I wonder, it's because he only threw the thrill on 14 and not 13.
Josh White want to see if he can double up. His first double up.
Did you move stay where I told you? Pump it out. You just flew it out.
He just got it right.
There we go.
Like it off his hand. 16.
Okay. Gotta convert the spare.
Every time you miss it right, it never comes back. How many times do you want to keep missing right before you realize it?
Nope.
I just want to know. I don't like this. So that makes us even. Yes.
Josh White gets his hair.
I do.
Josh White. Looking like he's just a tad bit better. This point, Waltz could be in trouble. You shot me a dirty because you didn't like the commentary. I'm sorry, sir.
I ain't say a word, brother. I ain't say a word. I ain't encouraged. I ain't encouraged.
Yes. Leaving the same. Yep. Definitely looked like it was placed down early and pulled.
Exude a whole lot of confidence. You think that obviously only 2 shots like that, you do something wouldn't act like that. It's kind of
Correct. And what do you feel about the superstition? Everyone says 13 and 14 is the worst pair in this house. And you bowl here, so tell us.
So, it is true and it is not true. 13 and 16 are obviously the superstition of the worst pairs in the house. The difference between the two is what man does what. 13 and 14, 13 has an average of 3 way early on 14, which can lead to some very straight at 14, and you're 10 boards left on 13.
Yes.
15 and 16 on the other hand, both of those lines.
Oh, there we go.
And White first strike.
And I think right now if I'm not mistaken, we're seeing 14 read a little bit earlier and 13 still go long, but then it depends on if you're going across the lane, that ball's not reading.
Absolutely.
Especially from left or right for spares. Like, you need to be more direct.
Very direct. Everyone thinks the speed not necessarily arcade, but down a small level, down and in is really what's going to get you to make these strikes.
Oh, out of trouble.
Out of trouble, they can get the 10 out. But even on that shot, a little bit more direct, very much more in front of it. Speed just is still a tad higher. Like say, trying to get the adjustment.
Yes. And knowing that if you cover it, we'll be all right.
needs the frames. So back track where he's filling frames.
Yes.
They're made.
Yes. It's been four for.
I feel like the back end. I feel like the back end is in the I've really played this stuff. I played still. If it got there, I'd rather have it. I just don't know about the downlink like it. Yes. Yes. I don't want to do that.
Not now. That's what I was looking at. Don't do it. That's what I was looking at. Don't do it now.
Well, I feel like it would only be on 13. I made sure I made that progress inside. Even if I miss it inside, I make sure
Like Waltz is up 1-0.
A lot of these shots you also put down earlier in the mouth. You did that on purpose.
Okay. Came outside.
He said you don't need more balls. He said you don't need more balls. He said just move your eyes.
Better rotation, no recovery.
Also, the difference between two lanes, as we talked about, is 14 reading just a little bit early. Try to keep this one in front of him.
Decided that it's on.
Yeah, we're gonna listen to the words.
That's right. Very close. But now, it gives an opening.
There's an opening from Mr. Waltz. And Mr. Waltz is struggling with his execution in the last couple of frames.
Yes, he has. But it seems, at least on 14, that is the right ball. As long as he executes.
As long as he executes.
There we go.
Very good shot here.
And a late.
Strike from Mike Waltz on 14 with the slap out.
And now we have a change of energy again.
And like you said, you get away with some shots. Sometimes all you need to do is see 10 fall. Mike Waltz is one of those bowlers.
I'm one of those bowlers. Sometimes I need to see 10 fall. I mean, execution, even I'm okay with 10 falling or my execution being great and leaving solid 10 pins and whatever, what have you. That was outside.
Very outside.
All right, out of trouble.
Out of trouble gets the 10 to fall.
So that is.
Like Mike is relying a little too much on his memory to get his reaction.
As a two-hander, that's the same thing as us as one-handers relying on our release in the way that we finish in our form. So technically no, because he's still, in terms of his form, he's still finishing. That was a half finish, but he's still finishing. But he does on 13 get it out a little bit more. But he was just told to make sure he doesn't miss in. So he hasn't missed in anymore.
He hasn't missed in.
And we're not leaving buckets. We're now, it's how the ball is reacting into the.
No, that wouldn't have mattered. That wouldn't have used more time than that.
It's how the ball is reacting to the lanes as it's hitting the pockets. I just think that we're seeing a different read for me. I see 14 grabbing a little bit more and 13 going pushing down lane. But it depends on where you throw the ball, as I say that. Because that's a solid one.
That is a solid one. But to your point, reading the lanes correctly, and you see that was a little bit out there, it did grab, and it started to make it in. That would have been in a ditch on 13.
But so I just missed the head pin. Do you think I'm going to miss the head pin twice?
I hope not. No, I know you will. We have seen a lot of strange things in this match so far.
In this house, yes, we have. And that seems like that's what he needs. That's how he needs to be throwing his ball for his strike shot.
So this is about the third ball change from Mr. White. You would love to see him actually slow down just a tad.
But I think it's his finish. That was a lot better, but he's also, like, you see, he has that, he stops and jumps.
Yeah.
And in the way that because he's already leaning so far over, it's just kind of like, but that was the better rotation. That's what he needs to see from his balls.
Definitely. He gets 10 to fall, striking is 7.
And we're back in a match.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
Waltz getting the 10 out. If he can continue to get those hits, this match is going to take a drastic turn.
It ain't them. It's a tag team thing. It ain't just a single. Oh!
I'm trying to be fully into YouTube, but Facebook is going in right now. It's amazing. It's great.
See? There it is.
But we know the Central Conference in general. We like more trash talk. Everyone likes to have a good time while they're out here. We've been 2 matches today, 2 different houses, full of people.
Absolutely, and you love to see it. Mike Waltz liked it.
He did. But now it seems like flip-flop. Whatever he was getting on 14 and everybody was leaving the buckets, now we're starting to see the same thing on 13. There's a man down on 10. There's a man down on 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is another match going on to the left of us. Another tag team match. And
Marco! You need a different bowler now? Mike can do both.
I'm going to shy away from the low-hanging fruit on that one.
And Mike covers a double. Michael covers a double.
So, heavyweight match, low scoring affair. Josh White on the strike.
Go again. You can stay on.
Go it. And Josh with the strike. Josh with the strike.
I was about to say Mike has some work to do because Josh has just done another double.
And now we have a match. Now, I think, it took 2.5 games at this point, even though the second game ain't done, we're going to count another half.
Right.
We might start to see a heavyweight match.
We might start to see a heavyweight match, but also to the point, he threw that supernova a couple frames ago. Struck left to 7-10, which is, again, for pause, but that ball gave him his best look. So seeing him finally come back to it is a nice change of pace. He has a double strike here could really put some pressure on Mike Waltz on the 9th attempt.
If he throws this triple, absolutely. Oh,
that's way outside.
And it did not finish. And he hit 4. And he hit 4. That is a hard way to hit 4. But it's Rinaldi.
This is Brooklyn, this is what you get. The house of fame shot making is of utmost importance. Going for it all. Only gets 2. Just like that.
3.
With the,
2. You're right. I'm sorry.
That's really what pissed me off. That's what I was
so,
My math. And the match changes.
with 2 strikes, Mike Waltz probably win this one.
Just like the last game, just got to close it out. So tell us your mindset on how you close out matches, because you are yourself a Central champion.
Central champion. I was fortunate enough, got through against and
there goes the strike. He's back on his hard lane, but let's go.
Mike, you do know that Mike does live for moments like this. He likes to be put in this position, throwing the strike for the win. He knows he needs it. He thrives in these situations, but anyone working on any champion as a champion, you know yourself. When you get to this moment, you know you need it, you love it. You kind of live for that moment.
You love it, or it's learning how to control your emotions, your nervousness, everything, just for that one shot to live in the moment.
Blind ball change.
And we like that ball change.
We loved it. Oh, he's talking to himself now. We love to see it. This is what you get in the Central, like we alluded to earlier. A lot more showmanship, a lot more trash talking, a lot more personality.
Absolutely. And we have those tour stops everywhere. Up and down Maryland, all the way down to Virginia Beach, Richmond, all of our districts. You're gonna have a great entertainment time.
Some people call it toxicity, we call it embracing the culture.
We are embracing a culture, yes.
Yes, we are. We are.
So he's throwing the pink venom. And that was a good ball change.
And ladies and gentlemen, Mike Waltz has taken
Game two.
2.
It is now 2-0.
TK ball. TK ball. TK, you crazy, ladies. You crazy now. TK said you should not watch this next time.
Tail.
Definitely have a little bit of the other decent fans there. If you were ever in the area,
Whoa, I'm glad you got the 2 you needed. Yep.
did not need it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are ever in the area, please come see us in person. Come see us live. There's an
We had another ball change.
that you can't get nowhere else. Another ball change. Is that a 4-count?
Yes, it is.
I'm telling you, this one get
So,
bad.
only just searching. I don't want to say that he kind of gave up and just doesn't care, but he was very much in control of this match. Went away from him so very fast. So how do you correct that?
How do you?
That looks like
Oh, it's definitely in the channel.
Somebody call 911.
The crowd is chirping.
The crowd is definitely chirping. But how do you take hold of it? So you had the match. You probably had the match up into your split, which he almost converted. But then even at the split, which was the 5th frame, technically it was 86 to 82. It's because you started tapping more and Mike found the strikes. He made the right ball change. So what do? You have to lock it and focus. It's still only 2 zeros.
It's
Best of 7.
You have to. It's first to 4. You got to get to 4. It doesn't matter where you get to 4, as long as you get to 4.
Correct.
Mike looking to start fast, and he does.
I think he found that ball and that has his confidence. You can tell by the way he's throwing it. He's now finishing all of his shots, what we talked about.
Body language, finishing the shot, posting it, follow it.
Yes.
So we have our tag team match on our left. This is Pin Crushers versus Contract Killers. Contract Killers.
Ooh, and another 8 count.
Another 8 count from Josh White.
It was very high again, but I think he also changed balls again.
Definitely. Contract Killers looks to be in danger of losing the first game.
They're down by 81. What do you mean in danger?
Yeah, it's over. It is over.
We get a bowl marker. He's not done.
Do we have a conversion? And we do. All right. That still start. Look, people don't realize it. The spares do win games in WCS matches.
Sometimes it's not even necessarily about the spare winning the game, but it's the fact that you close that frame.
Yes.
Closing frames can be those building blocks, those steps to helping you get your confidence back.
Correct.
Back in the groove.
Correct. And sometimes it might even things that I have done. I might start slowing my steps up and slowing the pace down. So if I feel like, all right, we're not in control, all right, how can I slow this down so I can get myself back in control?
He does get that one.
Yes, he did.
Right for Josh White. And to your point, it looks like he slowed down just a little bit. Made sure that he actually hit his target, followed through, and shot. Good result.
Yep.
It's like gamership as well. If you like to take your time just a little bit, slow your opponent down. I don't really think it helps that much for certain moments, but it's definitely a tactic.
But not even a tactic for your opponent, for yourself, to mentally reset. Sometimes you have to do something to reset your brain so that you're not overthinking all your shots. Like, all right, in the first 2 matches, Mike knows his execution is wrong. He's thinking about it. And then once especially when he changed to Pink Venom, he's like, finish your shots, figure it out. Yeah, he has to get his mind back to where it needs to be so that everything is syncing up.
Mike lost the 10 pin on 14, but even you saw he loved that shot off his hand.
Yes, it wasn't a bad shot, but I actually, the way that the Pink Venom is moving down lane, especially on 13, it could be a possibility that's the ball change that I also make on 14 instead of going 1 and 1.
Going back to the Pink Venom on 13, Mike Waltz's body language has completely changed from games 1 and 2.
Yes, the body language is so much different. So now that we're sitting in third game, count is 2-0, Mike for contract killers. He has not missed with the Pink Venom on 13, except for the last 12 shot in the last game. But now do you make that ball change?
I would. If it was me, I would just make it on 14. The ball is rolling good for you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's doubled up. I'm trying to figure out where he's not there.
To your point, Mike was not necessarily in control for the first 2 games.
He was not, yes.
He took his guys' confidence to put the pressure. Absolutely, no, you're going to have to earn this race.
Correct. So he made the same ball change on 14 that he did 13. 13 looked good. 14,
Just a tad fast.
Yes.
Tad fast. So like I said, if he does the same thing that he did on 13, slow down, make sure he follows through, make sure he hits his target in all parts of the lane, he could really turn this around, but he hasn't necessarily done all of those things on both fronts.
That is correct.
They're made. Spare strike, spare. Still early, he is not out of it.
And it's clean. You're now dead even through 3.
This is the moments where matches like this, especially after game 1, go to game 3 and you have it like this. This is where you start to see who really wants it, who's going to start making those changes. The lanes have transitioned. You see that. So how are you going to act? Show us how much you want this, because you got to want it more than your opponent. He liked it.
That was inside instead of him going outside. He made that adjustment.
He made the adjustment, like I said, inside, but he made the right adjustment. He got into where he has some miss room. Crazy. So he needs to build on that. Rest of game 3. Put some pressure on Mike. Mike has a free swing. Mike's not afraid. He's not thinking. He's on autopilot at the 15.
He's still in that super. We'd rather see him in the Pink Venom.
I would.
It did finish. It did finish. But it looks like he also made an adjustment on where he was playing with that rotation.
That one has 18-9. Well, so speed is a little bit down. He's letting the ball shape a little bit more. Going back to the Pink. So Mike is going 1 and 1.
Yes.
He understands that the 2 lanes are playing a little bit differently. He's going to take 2 different strategies. As long as his execution is good, which has been flawless through 5.
That was inside.
He loved it.
Yep.
Look at
it's confidence.
Confidence through the roof.
And once your opponent starts to be confident, it's up to you to take that and destroy it, or you're going to let it get to you. It's going to beat you.
You got to rise to the occasion.
So everybody wants to know. So we have contract killers. That is a team that's in the Central, and then you have These Nuts Bowling Club against Salty. Technically, they are in the Southwest Conference, but Josh White is a home native of Maryland, so of course up in the WCS Central.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So he's familiar. He knows him.
Yeah, he knows these houses.
Right. Forfeit for Josh. Again, getting a little bit better ball reaction. He just needs to make just another slight tweak to get himself into the pocket and get flush.
Yes, but I wonder if his approach, like, I have seen bowlers who hop. Sean Maldonado is one of them.
Right.
Not comparing, just talking about the hop. But I feel like his hop is like he's actually sticking, and then that throws him off, and then that's why his aim is so very inconsistent.
That actually does appear that it is his downfall right now. It also appears he's not necessarily wearing bowling shoes, so the stick at the end could also be because those are regular shoes.
But he's able to get it on 13.
Closing frames. So the match changes now because it's closing frames. So now Mike does have to make sure that he executes.
Don't worry, buddy.
Yes, but still,
All
like,
3 in a row, you know.
because even if I tap and spare, like I get it. you close your gap to be able to build the momentum, but it's not end all be all.
You want to keep going.
Oops, that was outside. And there we go.
210.
And there is a point where, as a bowler, especially if I'm up 2-0, 3-0, there are moments where you might start to get lazy because you're like, well, maybe I just need to get to the pocket. Oh, we saw the ball change we were talking about.
Right. And the venom it definitely got there. You saw it see it, and it went. You almost picked that up. Like you said, but as much of a lead as that, he's on 3 in a row. Probably just a little bit of a lapse, and he hasn't necessarily been tested. He's been given 2 games.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but he still had to finish out to get those games. One of them, he had to finish out to get those games.
He had to finish, but
this is probably the first big test.
Yeah, this is the test.
Heavyweight test, maybe.
Heavyweight test. Josh is actually closing frames now. So what do you do?
And what do you do when you recover? That's how you recover from a bad shot.
That's how you recover. That's how you do it. So now, if you're Josh, what do you do?
I mean, first of all, I need a double.
I can say fudge.
A Dutch 200 will not win this game. It shouldn't.
Fudge is fine.
You want Facebook? You can say all the fudges you want.
You can say all the fudges you want.
Okay.
Say what you want.
No. But now it's my fault. It was the way I was walking so like, I got hips for a man. No diddy.
Oh,
I was trying to get around my hips. My body was like this. I was like, oh wait, no, we got
he seems to be more consistent and confident on 13 than he is on 14.
I'm still trying to get past the initial comment.
So,
hey, I said no diddy. I admit my fault.
you would love to see these matches get a little bit more competitive, or at least not have someone throwing themselves, shooting themselves in the foot the way that Josh is.
But that comes down to bowler mentality, what the bowler motivations are, and honestly, if you a house hack or if you travel, that's the only way you know how to make adjustments at different places. And even if I bowl at the same place, sometimes the lanes are like play differently week to week. But do you bring enough stuff that works everywhere, or just, oh, I'm going to Rinaldi, I'm going to this house, I know this works here, and that's all I'm going to use. And that's what we might be seeing.
That looks like it might be good. Oh.
Just a little outside with less rotation, just a little bit outside.
That ball skated a little bit and it didn't roll up.
I mean, we can go say the same thing, but
2-8-10.
But it's hard because when that is your lane and you lose your lane.
I ain't saying run right in front of the kids. I'm gonna let you talk to Pat about that. See what that old white lady has to say.
We get the wood, and that's important.
It's very important.
Spares and wood, it counts. No diddy.
Absolutely. But then to your comment about bowling mentality, Josh White looks unleashed right now.
He does look defeated. It's like, I mean, this is the better of his 2 games, and I'm trying and nothing's working. And now I'm frustrated. And then you have your opponent that just continues to lay it back regardless of splits.
Waltz turned his back on that shot before it got halfway down the line. What do you do when you see that?
I don't know if he knew it struck, but they did all go down.
Have you ever been that confident in a shot before?
Yes. Either that or I'm over it, but I'm walking away. And that's his lane. That looked
his lane as well?
No, it was inside. It was inside.
Didn't get away with this one.
It was right at his foot on the inside.
So after the opening, this would be a 30-pin game.
Yes, but Joshua has a moment. This could be openings if you throw the next 3. You throw the next 3 to 4. You force Mike's hand. You make it open. You make it easy. And he's not making it easy. Got the first one.
Something that we haven't seen him do is finish a game. If this is the first one.
And striking on the lane he couldn't get.
And if he finishes, he puts some pressure on Mike.
Yes, he does.
Still a bonus.
And if it ends up going in his favor, that could it's a momentum swing right there.
Yes, it is. I mean, as champions, 2-1, all right. Like,
Right.
depending on how you feel about it, but like, all right, whatever. Like, it is. I'm still up.
I'm still up. I'm still closer. I'm still closer to the magic number of 4.
Yes. This is the shot that matters. He throws it outside. And a bucket.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But that was the moment.
That was the moment. He needed that.
He did.
But to his point, he spares here and gets 10 to fall on the next. It still gives Mike pause.
It doesn't.
Mark, well,
He needs count. Mike needs count.
we have seen stranger things.
I mean, he'd have to throw a gutter. The max that Josh needs 186. If Mike can't get 5 and 2 balls as a heavyweight, drop the list. Drop the list.
We have seen stranger things. This is the
And formally, I'm saying drop the list.
Yes, sir.
Now, have I seen people throw double gutters? Yes. You probably should have threw that shot.
It's 10 to fall, like you said.
But I don't even think it was a ball change. It's where he placed that ball. It was a little outside. And we know that Ronaldo is not side to side, it's front to back. And when you play side to side, it might not recover, especially if you don't have rev rate or hand.
And that is utterly evident.
But this is a 3-0. If Mike throws a gutter and hits 1, drop the list. Just quick. I'm off. And he knew what he needed.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tasha Killis is now up 3-0. Mike Waltz needs one more run to close this out.
3-0. Has anybody shot 200 yet?
Until you mention it.
Has anybody shot 200 yet?
Mention it. Nope. How often have you seen a heavyweight match?
This is not
one.
Formally, it is not a heavyweight match, but it's a match.
It is a match.
With some weights, I understand.
That's just disrespectful. And that is our first 200 game of the match.
Let's go.
Wait. First 200 game of the match.
Way to go, heavyweights.
Good job, heavyweights.
More like Junior Barkley.
I don't want to hear shit from you today.
Hey, out here.
I don't want to hear shit from you right now.
I'm a welterweight in a
Not
heavyweight
only was
body.
it our first 200 match, but it was 200 even.
Because they built.
I'm a welterweight in a heavyweight body. That's
So
all.
what are you?
Welter body weight.
She said welter body weight.
Welter body weight is crazy.
All right, the count is 3-0. Mike, contract killers. We got a TV timeout. Featherweight at best.
Man, this is the bantamweights over here.
Honestly, the youth could do better than this, but we're not gonna go there.
I need more from you, okay? Really? One check. One check. No, one check. That's all I need.
That's why I built them up to be loud and obnoxious. This first one. Yeah, this first one.
All right, starting game 4. It's the same ball he threw, but again, outside. He's like 1 or 2 boards outside down lane. Come on, spare it up. I mean, we live. I can't have him checking out on a live. Like, if you want to lose with confidence. Lose with confidence. It's a thing.
What? I ever heard somebody tell me you gonna lose?
Lose with confidence.
Confidently no.
Confidently know you're gonna lose. What I'm saying is, especially when you have a reputation of calling out bowlers, women that are better than you, you probably should lose with some confidence and suck it up and get back at it. Yeah, you probably gonna have to move, bruh.
I forgot. Security Mic is catching everything that I'm over here.
So safe to go ahead and just put their logo on this?
There we go.
Yes. Yes. All right, we got a spare.
7 spare for both bowlers to start training.
Yeah, but you missed it because you didn't walk off for a potty break. Josh White checked out.
Oh.
He's like, I'm not here. Like, just make it spare.
So,
and I told everybody in the back, you got to lose with confidence.
you do. So
Win with confidence, lose with confidence.
that's insane because we've had 2 weekends of championship bowling.
Yes.
We have seen opponents check out 3 times.
That's mental capacity. And it sounds like they need to go read a book by either Dr. Hims or somebody about bowling mental capacity. Because bowling is a sport.
It is.
And bowling is more mental than physical.
Absolutely.
I know, but I'm saying. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You like this one?
Give me 15 minutes.
So,
Oh no, they're she's going crazy on
so this
It's my idea.
begs the question.
What do you mean it was your idea? I was already doing that.
It's my
Let her
idea.
have it, bro.
Let her have
It's her
it.
birthday week coming up. Let her have it.
Birthday tomorrow.
So what?
It's actually Monday. Y'all want to get my birthday right?
Let her
Also, if you guys
You've been celebrating all weekend.
I celebrate all month.
has a birthday coming up on Monday. I was just mentioning that you had a birthday coming up on Monday. Telling the viewers.
You don't got to tell them.
The quickest editing guy while we doing a match of my
I
life.
don't want to have to wake up with thousands of messages. I got work. I got work on Monday.
Please don't irritate the girl.
I got work on Monday. It's another day. Let's just pass on. I appreciate it. I'm saying thank you now. You heard it first.
So this begs the question: if he's checked out and what is probably going to be one of the lowest scoring heavyweight matches.
We're going to say that it was on a sports shop. Continue. It will
How
make.
do you? The competition is only going to get tougher.
If he's throwing it out there, it's not coming back.
So how do you battle your opponents coming up if you lose your head in this kind of thing?
But I think it's the lanes. It's the lanes that make you lose your head because even when we're making small adjustments, we know we're doing something different. I might have tilted my hand. I might have moved my fingers. I'm doing small stuff. In the back, it might not seem like someone is adjusting, but they could be making small adjustments because, again, if I'm slightly outside the pocket, I'm probably not going to try to give that away. I'm going to try to find a way to get to the pocket cleanly, depending on what you're looking at. I just wouldn't bowl at Rinaldi. Regardless, I don't believe in bad pairs in a house, but I just wouldn't bowl at Rinaldi because it doesn't play to his strength. Because he probably needs a bigger piece than the Supernova that he got down there because it's a bigger piece with his lane shine. And he has to move away from trying to throw it 10 to 7. To be honest, if he was playing 10 to 7, it might recover a little more. Once it gets 5 out, it's gone. It's not coming back. So if I'm going to be at 5, I'm up 5. I'm not throwing anywhere to 5. Like I said, this is a very much front and back house, regardless if you got hand or not. Because we're watching Mike play front to back and score and play side to side and wash out.
Yes. And then, champion to champion. Would you rather be in a match that's high scoring, tons of strikes, Curry Fest?
Nah.
Would you rather be in a low scoring affair like this?
I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to strike.
You don't want to have to strike.
I'm okay with because I think the better matches are when you have to make spares and win, because then you really see competition. Because for us females, and our females can speak out on their own. I don't think that men care about spares. I think men care about strikes, and as long as I can strike my 9 miss sheet, my 279 or whatever, is fine. But a women's 9 spare sheet is a 290. Like we will make sure we're trying to physically execute. I'm not sure if all men try to do that. I know it's not all, but I think that females' games are much more competitive because of the execution.
I can't disagree with you there. I can't disagree with you. Especially bowling beside you last week, watching your match. There were strikes to be had, but spares were there.
I don't know why that boy's talking.
Definitely, they were the key of the edge in your win.
And I appreciate that. I mean, everybody fries out. Nope, still on the outside. But I mean, you see how say if he can throw it up the outside, he can get a little bit more. I would play with that all day.
Right.
Stay hydrated.
Right.
I'm gonna go check on the doggy.
Okay.
She barking like a.
But the winner of this match goes down to Southeast Unholy.
Just say Mike Waltz.
Now
Unholy.
bowls the triple threat match because it's now instead of the heavyweight South versus North, it's now South versus North versus Central. They bowl a triple threat match first to 3.
First to 3.
Yes, it's first to 3 because technically if you do the math, it's still best of 7.
Right.
So now it's first to 3, and that winner on Saturday of Southeast Unholy will bowl Juice. Charles Withers, the Dirty South Legends, who now holds the who still holds the world title for the WCS.
How long has that man held that title?
I've been running the WCS for a little bit. That man had a title for a while. How to say a while? Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Someone needs to be very competitive, and I think the best run he had right now was Devin
Yeah.
during Mega Bowl last year.
Man, and that was a great match.
I heard it was a time.
It was definitely a time watching that match.
So I think it's going to take someone who can get through the mental and then put the physical and the bowling knowledge together for adjustments and transitions. Because that is going to be a real heavyweight match, and strikes are needed.
Definitely.
Strikes are needed. All right, we're back in the old. Well, we didn't like the pink venom. That joint saw it and left. So that might have been the best.
It did.
Yeah.
It did what it needed to do when he called upon it, but right now we have definitely made the switch again. And once again, closing frames.
Closing frames. Look at this. At this point, Mike, no, he don't have to strike. Because one, I'm up 3-0. I'm up 3-0, and my opponent is not showing anything. My opponent is lifeless, unalived.
That was cute, Mike. I didn't feel like getting loud, but I gotta give him some type of entertainment.
And then when you have your opponent tripping things out, you know, it just continues to. But it, like you said, anything can always happen. I have been in matches where you are whacking 3-0. Oh, you lost the 4th one, and that can change energy. But you have to learn how to change your energy for a match. I think that's very key in being successful in the WCS. And then if you translate it, WCS is really step ladders, match play.
Yes.
If you get this practice now, going into tournaments where you have to be in step ladder and match play, it's the same thing.
You're going to be over prepared for this stuff.
Yes.
Finding the will to win.
Yes.
Is he talking to us?
I feel like he's talking to the gallery.
No.
The gallery is a little live back here.
Yes, and the gallery is going to be a staple of the center. I would love to see more people join the list, hopefully.
Yes.
And they join from your women's vixen and from your cruiserweight champion. Join the list.
Look, if you think you could beat people who are out here, join the list. That's how you find out.
Absolutely. You never know until you try.
Can't talk. Can't be about it. Can't talk about it if you're not about it.
Absolutely. Can't talk from outside the club. That is 3 in a
Can't even get in.
Can't even get in. Wait, is this our first turkey?
No, the last game he had a turkey. I don't know if we go farther than this, but the last game I think he had a turkey.
And their hands go.
But at this point, as Mike, are you stressed?
Right. No, absolutely not. Like I said, we could tell that after game 2, he was on autopilot. He knew his energy, his walk and everything.
I'm glad you don't need it.
I'm glad he doesn't need it either.
This is what I be talking about. Like people, I mean, but you could, not that you want to, but you can afford it.
Right. You can afford to give away his.
And now when he doesn't care, that's when you throw the better shots. Because I think now is less tense in his release. That one was clean.
Because of him, nothing matters. Now he's just giving up. Fuck it, I'm gonna just throw the ball. Which,
I mean, but if you go sheet, you
put pressure on your opponent
Yes.
to finish the game. But you should have had that attitude 3 games ago. Just let the ball go. And again, that's coming off.
It came better though. It was better.
And when you don't care,
It was better.
when he doesn't care is when he starts to make something of the match. Now you force your opponent to finish. As you can hear in the background, Mike has to show up.
But he's just throwing it.
It's fair.
All right, it's fair.
It should have been, but it wasn't.
To his point, he makes the spare. He finishes the turn. You force Josh to sit there and watch. You can do one of two things. Depending on what happens when he goes to lane 13, do you give your opponent life? Do you make him believe he has a chance, or do you go at the end?
I don't know. I mean, it'd be different, I guess, if Mike was finished. Well, Mike is finishing first. So, technically, depending on how Mike does, that's what will tell me if I'm going to finish a game or not. Well, like I said, losing with confidence and losing with dignity, I'll finish the game.
Right.
It'll be quick. I ain't going to post shots, but get it out the way. But at this point, that's game. Need 2 points. Now, I feel like it would be very interesting if Mike just threw it in the gutter. Very interesting if that just slid.
He just threw it back up.
He threw it back up.
Struck.
Just don't understand.
But again, this is
Everybody want to be Simo?
the personality that you have in the Central Conference. It's insane.
What personality?
Again, you watch Mike throw that. He's had a walk. He's had confidence. Now he's going to throw a ball one-handed because someone said
He's not going to go
he's not
one-handed.
going to do it. Okay.
TV timeout.
Thought we were going to have some technical difficulties on the lane, but no, we got the rack. Mike Waltz.
Just a late rack.
Mike Waltz second 200 game.
That might have been the ball a long time ago.
And Josh White with grace does hand the championship out to your new.
And you're new.
It's not new. First of all, it's inaugural. First. First.
As I was corrected, your inaugural champion, Mike Waltz, contract hitters.
Well, we can ask him in his interview once we finish. Has he ever been champ before, and how does it feel? Yeah, once.
Hey, you put up a good fight, though, John. Put up a good fight. I see you cruiserweight.
No, she is.
All right, buddy.
We're going to let him finish.
There you go, talking his shit. Let me go.
Oh, I was about to take my shit in the car, but she just left my car. Never mind. Hey, keep that
Mr. Waltz.
right now.
Congratulations.
You technically cruiserweight right now. Go bowling.
Sunday.
And we finish.
I'm sorry, tomorrow. We are.
I'm about to say, what you mean Sunday?
I'm
Hey,
sorry.
tomorrow, Sunday?
I will see you tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen.
Y'all don't. There's no rules for
Oh,
that.
there's no rules, so yes, technically you could. With your 211.
If that's what I verify, then yeah, there's no 5-year gap. Y'all don't read the rules.
I got 21 games.
Come on, Andre.
Hey, can you take the mic off?
She still alive? No. There you go.
Yeah, you still alive. Everybody wondering why you took too long.
I didn't.
You did.
I don't know how I could have got the 4 inch screen.
Anybody got a room?
Oh, we got, where do you, Ronnie?
Y'all are wild. Take these pictures
No, I know.
so we can. Give me my belt, man.
I'll wait until you get there.
Right.
That what you want?
Can you put the broom back?
Ronnie.
Rodney, can you?
Back up.
Front desk, I think Mama's going back there.
You're kind of okay.
You're fine, man.
Yeah, we need.
Stop.
Yeah, no, I ain't got no sense.
We know that. Can you make it up? Here go your belt.
Thank you. I already know the.
Okay, don't scratch it, don't dent it, don't sniff it, don't have SEX with it. If I blacklight it, I fine you. All right.
Oh, the rubber.
All right, thanks for watching, Facebook.